Heidi ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Warrior 2. When we left off, we got a ship. I'm gonna call it Shippy-Ship. It's a ship. Now, you might be asking, where are we going on this ship? Well, if you... I actually kind of gave away where we were going in the last video. We're going to Alefgard. Yeah, that place from Dragon Warrior 1. It's actually not as far away as you'd expect. It's actually... We're actually right at it. I'm just getting to a point where I can actually get off of the ship and get to where we need to go. As you might have noticed, no updates the past few days. I have started basically what I'm doing now is I'm going to start putting up updates in the feed if you know, something happens and I can't record that day. I'll just put it up in the feed that, you know, there's not going to be a video or whatever. But it is Wednesday, and like I said, next video on Wednesday. So it's Wednesday today, and that's why I'm getting this done. But yeah, the past few days, I did not have a chance to get on the computer at all. And I knew I wasn't going to because of the way the schedule was planned out. So, yeah, that's why no videos the past few days. But from now on, if something does come up and I can't put up a video at all, I will basically go onto my phone, go to the channel feed on YouTube, and basically explain why there's not going to be a video that day. But yeah, things should look a bit familiar. I'm kind of looking at my map as I go along, because, yeah, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. But I have the map up on my tablet, so I know where I'm going at all times. Yeah, the game world isn't overly huge, but it is pretty big. And, I kind of want to be able to know where I'm going, especially if I constantly get into fights. I just have to get used to this map because it uses the Japanese names for everything, and that's what found out the problem was all of the names are based on the Japanese version for whatever reason. Even though the game was localized in America, I guess he felt it was trendy to use the Japanese names for everything. I'm sure he has his reasons. I'm not going to fault him for it. We're actually went in the wrong opening there. It's the next opening over. But yeah, as you can see, there's familiar areas. I think Alefgard is still a bit truncated, a bit smaller, but everything is pretty much the same as far as proportions go. As far as I can see on the map, because they had to fit all the other area around it, and it is actually very much like a square, in comparison to you know, the rest of the world map. It's like the rest of it's built around it, and if you really look at the map, the descendant of Lodo, or I guess they're calling him Lodo now for whatever reason. The hero of Dragon Warrior 1 did not go far before he established his new country, which is actually all over the freaking place. That's not the way we want to go. We want to keep going up this way. It's not really a convoluted way we have to go. It's more of a, I just gotta find out where I'm going. There's the Marsh Cave right there, actually. Yeah, and there we go. There's, Tantagel Castle, and it's, oh. You hear that? Music. Classic music. I know we just heard that, I mean, this is, still basically the same LP, but still. I just love little throwbacks like that in games. Welcome to Tantagel Castle. I think the layout of the castle is the same. Seems to be. There's a bit down. Oh, they kind of merged the town in as well. There's the inn. There's the armor shop. What does he have? I think there's some things I can buy here that I might want. Oh, hammer. That's right, folks. It's hammer time. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Of course I have no space. Who else can carry stuff? Of course you have no space. Who else can carry stuff? Seriously? Nope. There's no space to carry your stuff in this game. I'm gonna see if there's a person who can hold on to stuff. Wrong key. Looks like the king in there. What's he doing in there? That's not where the king's meant to be. He's meant to be in the throne room. Yeah, this actually does look like the basic layout of the town here. There's the inn. I don't know who this guy is. What does he do? Welcome to item shop. What are you selling? You're selling items. Okay, normal, everyday items. Oh, well, yeah, this is the item shop. What am I thinking? I kept thinking that this was the item shop. That's the inn. I'm thinking to myself, another item shop? That's preposterous. Yeah, that's basically the... better elliptic curses. Yeah, it's kind of the layout of the old town, I guess. It's just, like, miniaturized and plunked next to the castle here. That's kind of weird, but, I'm not complaining. But yeah, it looks like the left half of the castle's lopped, or the left wing of the castle's lopped off there. I'm gonna keep exploring around until I find a storage person. Are you descendants of the brave hero Lodo? Yes! I thought so. Welcome back to Tantagel. Everyone's a freaking descendant of Lodo. Long ago, Lady Laura left the castle on a long journey with a young man who saved the world. I wonder how many years have passed since that story was first told. Welcome back to Tantagel. Almost like 100 years. Things sure have sprouted up in the meantime. Let the light shine on the progeny of the legendary warrior. Okay. Again, the kings could have done this too. They're also descendants of the brave Lodo. Have you heard about the sunken treasure? No, I have not. The merchant who lives near the docks in Lianport is supposed to have been a very wealthy man. People say he lost his fortune when his ship sank in the Northern Sea because it was so weighted down with the merchant's precious cargo. Well, his cunning plan wasn't thought out, now was it? That's a church. This is the way up to the throne room. As it was. Oh, there's only one throne now. He must be descendants of Lodo the hero. What an honor. Our king has gone into hiding out of fear of Hargon. How humiliating. That's probably why he was hiding behind the gold key door in the inn. He's not hiding very far away. He's still in the castle. I mean, this is, the town is part of the castle now, looks like, so you didn't find a very good hiding spot. The king has gone missing. The kingdom is doomed. Oh, noes. Maybe you should get the gold key and look in the inn. That's where he is. I mean, like, I have seeing into the room powers. I know he's there. Trust me. There are no people who can, or not the inn. He's in the weapon shop. He's in there. He's in there. That's where he is. I need to sell something. I'm going to sell all of my useful items. All of my herbs. Actually, I have quite a bit of herbs. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Alright, so let's buy... Actually, I could have, freaking sold the weapon I'm going to be replacing. That would have helped. Herder. I could have kept my herb. I'm not going to worry about that now. It's hammer time. I did that twice. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That second time was completely on accident. Alright, sell the sword. Buy... There's a helmet I want. An iron helmet. Which only Rado can use. I don't think he had any other helmet that he could... I don't think he had any other helmet on at all. I guess that works out. What else do you sell that we might need? Nothing. Barry and Geth. Gary and Beth already have that. Yep, Barry Burton from Resident Evil 5 and the synthetic race from Mass Effect have teamed up with me. Barry and Geth. Let's go to the inn. That's pretty much all we want to do here. I think the next thing we really want to do is, if I read the walkthrough correctly, I think we want to go to the, I think we want to go to Draco Lord's house. What kind of monsters are here? These are not slimes, that's for damn sure. Wow. Looks like the monsters have stepped up their game in Alefgard. I really hate to say that, the reason I'm going to this place is because the walkthrough said so, but I really don't see much of else of an explanation as to why to go there. Oh, they're immune to wind. Trust me, this is the only reason I'm using a walkthrough for this game is because I have no idea what I'm doing. It has been so long since I played this particular game, and I didn't even beat it back then. So as a result, I just kind of like put myself into a corner, just thinking to myself, "Oh, well, I played this game in the past. I could do this game." And I'm like, "Well, I gotta go through with it." So there you go. Mud dolls are immune to magic, it seems. They are fairly weak, though. What happened to the flowers, man? Alright, let's see what's, oh. Gotta find my way around this place, because, this place is wrecked. Then again, this was other Rado's fault. That's what I'm gonna call, the character from Dragon Warrior 1. I'm gonna call him Other Rado, because his name was Rado too. At least in our game it was. My dog is going ballistic. I don't know why. Let's use Infernos on stuff. So that's why I'm trying to keep... You know, I want to keep talking just because, you know, I want to keep talking and keep the commentary going, but I'm also trying to cover up the fact that my dog is going ballistic like he... You know, like he does. He does this quite often. I think it's because my mom came home with food. But I can't stop now. I got, like, 3 more minutes of recording to do. So we shall see... what is here? I know that there's something here that we want. There's something here that we can get. And that thing that we can get is pretty awesome. Hammer does a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, it'll do more damage because it raised our attack power, but still. We're gonna see a lot of weapons we didn't see any kind of incarnations of in the last game. Like, little wands, we didn't see those before. We haven't seen hammers. We haven't seen any kind of blunt weapon now that I think about it. I think there was a club at the beginning of the game, but that was about it. Everything else was swords and axes. Oh, there's fancy tiles going on. We could actually see where we're going, too. Saber Tiger. Alright, let's Infernos them. See how well that does. Fairly well. I'd say all that leveling that we did outside of Hamlin really paid off. I actually wanted to get her up to level 12 because did I get her up to level 12? I don't remember. But I did get her to a fairly high level. I think I got her to level 10. That's what it was. I don't even think she's level 11, right? Yeah, I got her to level 10 because that was a nice round number. Like I said, my original plan was to get her to level 12 because that's the level Rado was at the time. But I'm like, this is taking way too long, even with the throttle on. But a basilisk. I'm fairly sure basilisks aren't snakes. I'm fairly sure they're lizards of some kind with like 6 legs. I mean, we fought basilisks in freaking Baldur's Gate. They don't look anything like that. But yeah, there's fancy tiles and a treasure chest. That means there's something over there that we may want. Predictably. So let's go ahead and get that, shall we? Let's see if there's a way around to getting to it. Because it looks like there's some more convoluted... Oh, he's poisoned. Not turned to stone? That's what basilisks do. Do your research before you call your monsters something, because that is not what basilisks do, nor is it what they look like. They should have just been, you know, it's just a snake. Basilisks, you know, they aren't snakes, and they don't poison you, they turn you to stone. Do your research, please. Man, I usually wouldn't make that big of a deal about this, but, you know, I'm coming off of I'm currently playing another game where we've seen basilisks. So it's kind of off-putting when you see them in such a different form like that. Oop, there's a staircase up to where it's probably leading right to the treasure. Mummy Man. Is that what they're calling them these days? Mummy Men? It seems, well, it's not really even these days. This game came out 2001. It's a long time ago. So it's not even these days. That's like 10 years ago. Man, I feel old. Okay, I don't mind feeling old that too much. It's like, you know, everywhere you go, you see something that, you know, you think was fairly recent, and then it turns out that it was from, like, um, you know, 10 years ago. Like, one of my favorite movies is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. 1993 doesn't feel like too long ago, but that movie was made 20 years ago. And that makes me feel old, but, you know, when I see some of the members of the younger generation nowadays, I don't feel so bad about that anymore. I've gone over on time, haven't I? That's alright, though. We can at least see what's in that pretty chest, because usually when it's surrounded by awesome glowy tiles like this, it's something fancy that we might want. And plus, you know, even though I aim to have my videos at 15 minutes, it's never going to be 15 minutes. There's always going to be a little past that. I'm just glad that, you know, I don't really have a time limit. You know, like we used to. Back in the day, it was 10 minutes, or like 11 minutes technically. Then it was like 16 minutes technically. Loto Sword, by the way. Of course. Of course, we don't have any space. We never have any space, but the Loto Sword isn't there. Let's use this, actually, because Beth could use some healing. Let's see how the Loto Sword stacks up, because this was the ultimate sword in the last game. Okay, equip. It's the same as the hammer. Now, that may seem like a conundrum as to what to do. I mean, I may as well go with the Loto Sword because it's flashier, but if we look at Gary, I thought Gary could equip that, actually. I was lied to. Keep that wind thing equipped. I was lied to very much. I thought Gary could equip the Loto Sword. Gary cannot equip the Loto Sword. Ergo, I'm giving it to Rado, because Loto Sword is, you know, that's the kind of swag we like. We are the Loto folks after all, so the hammer just kind of, I mean, it does the same damage, but it just pales in comparison to the Loto Sword. And I'm just going down these stairs for no reason. I'm going to stop now. And when we return, more Draco Lord's Castle. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?